Hi everyone, I hope everyone's well. So welcome to the weekly astrology where we go through the planet movements and the themes that we have this week, which will be from the 27th, 28th until around the 4th and 5th of July. It overlaps from last week. So last week I believe I took us up to the 28th, but I also mentioned about the 30th, a movement on the 30th. So yesterday, if you didn't catch it, I spoke about one of the transits this week, which was Uranus and Taurus and Mars in Leo. So do check that out. It's a mini short, okay? And it's part of this week. So have a look at that. Last week's astrology, I spoke about Cancer season that we're actually in at the moment. And so you might wish to check that out, because we discussed like the themes of Cancer season and what we can expect as collective themes for us during the month, I believe until around the 20th of July, okay, or 21st. Tuesday the 27th, as you see this, or if you don't, the energies can be felt the day before, day after. The moon moves through Libra still, which I mentioned yesterday, and makes a favourable aspect though to Mars and Venus. So if you've got relationship issues, it includes all relationships you need to work through. Today is a good day to do it. And Mars sextile, the moon sextile Mars and Venus today, which make it easy for you to ask for what you want, and compromises between yourself and the other person that you're in a relationship with, whatever the relationship is. And also if you need to sign any legal documents, it's a great day to do it. Now, before I jump in further into this includes the weekly astrology and elemental theme, energy guidance, spiritual guidance and healing work. So after we've done the astrology part, there'll be timestamps for each element: fire, water, earth and air, depending what order I go into, what order I'm called into, for you to check the themes that will be relevant for you for the next 10 days. So every 2 weeks I do the elemental healing included in the weekly astrology, and then every week obviously is the weekly astrology. I do want to hear from you, so if you're enjoying this this recording, let me know. If you prefer other types of recordings, let me know. I have done a recording on the Titan a few days ago before it all gets out in terms of the tarot world. So if you enjoyed that and you want more of that, let me know as well, because that's where obviously I can dedicate my time to. I've dropped 2 bonus readings yesterday for Sag and Cancer, and there's 2 bonus readings coming up. Interestingly, there's another sign that seems to just have perked up on their readings, but if it's consistent, then they will get a bonus for the next month. So it's worth, if you're resonating with the work, to subscribe, like and comment, because there is bonus content that comes out for your signs. There will be also more elemental theme readings, like a check-in of what's the tea reading, and also I'm probably further down the line going to do a energy balance, sort of similar to the spiritual coaching and energy guidance that I do for the elemental in the weekly. So yes, it's important for me to know what you're interested in, what more content you're wanting to do. I'm actually looking at doing a small, probably intuitive read on Nicola Bulley. Now that yesterday on the 26th of June, her death was confirmed drowning in the river. So if you're interested in that, then let me know, because I am thinking of doing that. And also check the community page, because it's not getting checked. I've not been posting, but this is a great way for me to also interact and get your feedback. Right, so going back to Tuesday, where it's a great day to have the discussions with relationships and what you need to do and the legal documents. If you're feeling very clear-minded, absolutely amazing day. Neptune still is in place. For some of us, could feel a bit foggy at times, but overall Tuesday is a fairly good day to just get on with your day and not be impacted. Which then we come into, last week I also spoke about Ceres in Libra and Juno in Cancer, and that's still ongoing. And Juno in Cancer, if you caught my last few readings, it's last week's especially, but the week before I kind of touched on it, that it's moving into Cancer. It's good to be open about vulnerability. It's the divine feminine, getting enough sleep, romance, intimacy, letting your actions speak louder than your words, a lot around nurturing. But the shadow aspect of this is that you could be quite clingy, needy, you could be running from your emotions, maybe some jealousy caused issues because of insecurities. So Juno in Cancer is still going on. It's weird because I feel like this last sort of week of June, and let me know in the comments if you feel the same. We're not in July, but I feel we're in July. I feel like it's a void. I'm not feeling it as a June. Is kind of a weird feeling. Nothing to be worried about, but I'm just sharing how I'm feeling. Wonder if any of you are also feeling the same. Now we get to Wednesday and coming into the midweek. You might actually see this on Wednesday wherever you are. And that is really, we're going to have Sun forms a stabilizing trine with Saturn, which is great. So you can take inventory of your life and work towards building structure and security, complete projects that require discipline and focus. So on that day, we should feel that we have clarity, okay, on Wednesday. But on Wednesday as well, the moon starts to move through or into Scorpio by 8:55 a.m. UTC time, GMT time. And it's in a challenging aspect with Leo, Mars in Leo, and positive with Mercury in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces. So as long as getting things, your intuition and practicality is heightened, where you want to get things done, it's probably a clearer day to do that, because where the moon was in Libra, although it's good for harmonious relationships and speaking up, and also, you know, possibly getting things done. That's where I said, if you're feeling a bit foggy, Libra could have also impacted that, where you may have caused a bit of confusion in how you were feeling, especially around relationships and with Mercury at play. That should be clearer now with Scorpio moon. Now the Scorpio moon, I tend to feel that transit. So you might feel it if you're an empath. Most of the time, majority of people don't necessarily feel it. So it's a great day again to work on things, especially with the trine to Saturn. Now, this week, the transits we've got is Mercury enters Cancer on the 26th. So that was yesterday. And also I covered that in the last weekly. Neptune goes retrograde on the 30th. So I'm going to get to that. And it's a bit interesting because it's retrograde in Pisces, and Pisces is about internal. So if it's retrograding and it's already about internal, how is that happening? It's not about our external world. So by the end of the week, sort of the weekend, I believe it's on, is it the Friday? Yeah. So by Friday, we are looking at, you know, you probably might be feeling a lot more internal sort of spirituality, connecting with yourself, maybe also daydreaming might be amplified. But a big transit this week is also Jupiter and Saturn, and the Sun obviously in Cancer and Mercury together, all doing sort of this a little boost in your confidence, a little boost of coming out. Cancer is about nurturing. There's going to be maybe some mother wound feelings out there, mother-child relationships, especially with the asteroids like Juno in Cancer. So that might also be amplified in terms of nurturing, wanting love, needing love, and the elements that I spoke around Juno in Cancer. So if you need to make decisions, okay, it's probably Monday might not have been the best day. Tuesday sort of, but Wednesday is definitely probably a better day to do that. And Mars means that there's a short of fuse for us, which I discussed on the short I posted yesterday about Mars square Uranus, and that theme is still present until Wednesday, sort of a shorter fuse. So just be self-aware. Saturn, the planet of responsibility, is meaning that, you know, you need to have the emotional strength. Don't be pettiness. Don't allow people to get under your skin, which is easier said than done. And just look at the having increase in patience, but you'll have emotional strength to face things that maybe you've been putting off by Wednesday and the midweek. Now, midweek to Friday is probably a time where you want to get things done and cleared out the way, but you could feel like it's a better time to do the planning and the paperwork. There's a lot of paperwork going around the theme this week, and obviously we've got the full moon in Capricorn on the 3rd, which I might cover in a short for you on the 3rd, and it's going to be felt obviously a few days before and a few days after, and that is going to be very significant in terms of where Capricorn is in your chart. So for example, Capricorn, if you're an Aquarius, Capricorn is in your 10th house. If you're a Sag, Capricorn is in your 2nd house of career and finance. So it depends where it is, and if you want help in that, I do natal chart readings, but also I can sort of help you to see, and then that helps you to see where the transits may affect you as well. And also that's around the life purpose coaching that I do and readings that I do. So Thursday, the moon remains in Scorpio, okay? Water signs might feel it a bit more intense. And Friday, the moon starts to shift in Sag, and that will be around 2:59 p.m. on Universal Time, GMT time. And also on Friday, we've got Venus in Leo, which is positive, and a challenging aspect around Neptune, who is going retrograde in Pisces, like I said. So on Friday, there's like a deepening of our connections, a need to I can't read my notes. I had to just be honest, I can't read what I wrote that I felt was the energy. I think it's a deepening of connections and, you know, the needing to flow. But with Venus energy, it helps you. And so it could even be a good time to connect with friends or go on dates, because that aspect and energy is helping you. With Neptune, there could be emotional insecurity, which then can trigger Mars and Leo as well, and the way you confront things. There could be confusion, and I would say even if you're not responding to people or your relationships, just be careful about the responding to the mental narratives that you get in your head. And that's where insecurities can come in. Whatever it is, we get mental narratives and then we respond. Just check in with yourself. Sometimes they're not true. And then Saturday, we've still got the moon in Sag, but we've got Mercury sextile Jupiter and the Sun sextile Jupiter, which is beautiful. And this means it's time to look at your long-term goals, develop strategies and achieve them. Again, if you're feeling like you're a bit emotional because of Neptune retrograde kicking in, then balance what you feel to do that today, but you've got two energies that are supporting, and sextile of Jupiter and Sun sextile Jupiter is very expansive, and it's a good feeling. That's why by the weekend you might feel like you want to solidify the documents, the legalities, and take action on your choices, because there's going to be that support of you actually feeling that as well, feeling in a good place. And on Sunday, the moon spends the most of the time in Sag before it moves into Capricorn on at 5:20 Universal Time, GMT time. Now the second is the 2nd of Sunday is the 2nd of July. The 2nd is the 2nd. We also have Uranus obviously in the game. I mentioned in the short yesterday, and that's why the shorts don't expire. So if they're, you know, saying about a transit on that day, it's going to be the theme for the day, and also ongoing, and sometimes the day before. That's why it's good to tap into the weeklies, so that you know in general day by day, but also the themes that cross over from this week into next week, and even maybe felt into next week where I do overlapping. Uranus can mean unexpected changes, so be prepared for that. I feel that they're mostly voluntary, where you really want these changes, and not involuntary. It's about sort of you want to write your own rules, your own way, and stuff like that, which is very empowering. The 29th to the 2nd of July, where the weekend is, this is when a lot of energies around Uranus is peaking. And so that's where unexpected changes can occur. Obviously, if it's voluntary, it's what you've wanted, but maybe you didn't expect it to come around in the weekend. We've also got Mars conjunct Pallas Athena, and this is about being in our raw, sort of authentic selves, raw primal selves. So you might feel that, you know, and also tying in with Uranus, writing your own rules. It's about, you know, our primal selves, going back to our primal essence. And Cancer is obviously about domestic life and emotional energy and security. Leo, so the top energies are Cancer, Leo and Taurus, if you've got heavy placements in those. Leo is also about acting from the heart. And so with Uranus, there's expansion in Uranus in Taurus. There's expansion and changes in the physical element, in terms of looking for your stability, your body, whatever it is. And obviously then we've got Uranus and Jupiter there, so the unexpected changes and the expansion. So that's kind of a theme, and the theme is really, if you can see, it's around whether it's the moon in Libra, whether it's, you know, Venus in action, Mars in Leo, sort of Cancer season. There's a lot about relationships, relationship with yourself and relationships with others. Chiron is still present. You know, I mentioned Chiron in Aries a few times, and I discussed that in previous weekly astrologies. Chiron trines is in a trine, so it's important about dealing with the old and letting it go, and not only the old way of life, but any wounded parts of us is probably still in work. Okay. Sunday, where Venus squares Uranus, you know, where I said 29th up until sort of the 2nd of July, and then we've got Capricorn moon anyway, which intensifies some stuff for people that feel moon transits. Venus squares Uranus on Sunday, which means relationships again may surface, and especially if they've been a bit smothering you, so you might feel like a bit irritated with that, or whatever you feel, but they're the kind of themes that will come up. And the 3rd of July, the full moon in Capricorn, I'm going to discuss that. Capricorn is really about your career, your finances, stability in life, where you want to be, the long-term goals. But again, it depends on where your house is. Capricorn full moon for Capricorns is going to be about your self-identity. This full moon will be about your self-identity, and so you might be going through, I don't know why I'm getting identity crisis. Some of you might be going through an identity crisis if you've got top Capricorn placement, the sun, moon or rising. But yeah, it could be that you even want to change your style or release an old part of yourself. And then with Pallasafina in Cancer, again, it's about relatives, family, mother, divine feminine, and stuff like that. So folks, that's our weekly theme. Again, if you enjoy this and it feels empowering to you, that's why I do it. You need to let me know. And I think now we'll go on to the elementals. So let's see. I've got Leo strong. I feel there's a bit of watery energy this week because of sort of the relationships and the energies, and obviously Cancer. We've also got Taurus and Leo. So strong on the earth, water and air. Air is not very strong, but it's strange I said air and I'm getting Gemini coming through. Maybe because we were in Gemini season, but Gemini, you're calling at me. Let's start with fire, Aries, Leo, Sag, and you'll find your timestamps. But if you listen to them all, it's ideal because we've all got elements of us to that you might resonate with another element for the next 2 weeks of this energy, sort of the healing guidance and spiritual guidance. So we'll start with fire, but check them all and check where your top placements are for certainty. Sometimes we don't have our top placements in Leo, Cancer and Taurus yet. It's advisable to then check fire, water and earth as well. So let's get into it, folks. Hey there, Aries, Leo, Sag. So if you've seen the weekly astrology, perfect. If you've not, check that part out because it helps you empower your week. Check also your latest readings. If you're following on from the first part and other readings like water, air and earth, then welcome in. Aries, Leo, Sag, top placements, all placements. I'm just looking at my deck. Okay, we're going to go with the original tarot for you. Aries, Leo, Sag. Let's see what we get through for you. Please do like and subscribe if you liked this and it resonated. If any of your top placements like the earth, water or air and also the weekly astrology spoke to you, please do like. 4 of Cups, 7 of Cups and the Hanged Man. Fire signs, I feel like you've got a lot of options around you in terms of something. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It could be around your finances or abundance, but you're not satisfied with what's coming through, and you are having also difficulty to really cement a direction or a choice that you want to make. I think it's because you're not really excited by any of them. And the Hanged Man is sort of, I'm trying to just flow, but I think I need to have my own space, maybe to understand further what is happening or what I need to do, okay? Cups energy, water emotions here. There's something about giving me my space. I'm really feeling that. Maybe some of you are feeling like you don't want to really be out with people. I feel like it's some of you are, it's about I don't want to feel pressurized about the decision I need to make in terms of something. Let's see. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, it's around sort of, you want time for yourself, you know, and you're sick of, that was a bit harsh. Anyway, it came through. You're sick of things that are around you that are just not speaking to you. And I feel like you've felt it a long time and you really want to feel this energy. You really want to feel abundant within yourself and with the resources externally, your finances, your direction in life, not only internally. And you really want to feel good about not only your physical being, but your emotional being. And you want to feel abundant again. You want to be able to feel free. You want your 10 of Cups. And the Ace of Pentacles that we had. I just want to go to the Spirit Animal Oracle and go back to Tarot. I feel like you want to really, you know, be abundant and be recognized, but also feel good in that recognition. You want your 10 of Cups. You want creation. You want to be social. Well, you want your people. You want the family. Lizard, regeneration. So, you know, the lizard is telling me that you are a survivor of stuff, and no matter what happens to you, you do adapt. And I think with the 4 of Cups, 7 of Cups and Hanged Man, you're like, I know that, but I'm sick of this. And it's saying you're going through sort of a transformation, and it's time to put on your new cloak, which is going to be this 9 of Pentacles that you really want, taking you to the 10 of Cups. And you're a master of adapting and change. Interesting path. As I say that, path, wolf. As I say that, these are very two earth energy, very strong spirit animals, you know, not loners, but people that find their way and really reach, not only reach where they want to go, but they're resilient and they don't need others around them. Although you want that, you know, maybe you felt like you've been doing things alone for a very long time. So it's about releasing some of the past, and with the lizard, releasing parts of the past or your old skin and cloak, and being the teacher and the wayfinder and the helper for others. There's going to be challenges along the way. With the wolf, it's kind of like, but your soul is strong enough, and you've got the perseverance, the secret power, and the love that you need to endure this. And this is what it's telling you. You have this to get through this. I just feel like some of you are so fed up of the crap, or you know, the options that might be around you that is not exactly what you want. It's not this. This is what you want. And I feel with that as well, we're getting like dog friend. You want loyalty, you want the vibe, you want your tribe, you want where, you know, the protector, the friend, which you have been, and you really want that as well in return. Even though you've been this wolf and you are this wolf, you want your 10 of Cups with the dog, okay? Very earth energy. I wonder what's going to come out in the earth reading. So do check that out maybe. Some of you could be going through a Kundalini awakening. And I feel like some of you might end up triggering so you might be triggered, or someone with the 4 of Cups, you might be triggered right now, and I'm sensing you are, or there's someone who's going to be triggered through this new you, the lizard, the wolf, the pathfinder, the horse, the freedom. Again, earth energy. And Horse is about really setting yourself free and the freedom. And I think this is going to trigger somebody who's seeing this new unleashing of yourself. And maybe you're finding it a bit difficult too, but you really want to unleash because you're here. You really want to unleash yourself. And maybe it's another person and they're kind of uncomfortable because it's a new version of you, or you're speaking something that's new. The Loon, telling you to listen to intuition, listen to your soul, listen to the way of knowing, emerge from the busy life and take solitude like the Hanged Man if needed. Recognize that you are unique and you are loved, and you will reach your 9 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. So I just want to get more on that. Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. King of Swords, Strength card, and the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, I really feel like you are feeling isolated, left out in the cold. And I think someone else is going to feel this when you speak your truth. When you find the strength to really communicate, it could also be someone else who's going to communicate, where they feel like your new part, this new thing that you're going to step into, new creativity, unleashing the new part of you, they're feeling triggered, out in the cold, lack of, all right? And there's going to be a need to have strength, okay? And communication needs to happen. So if there's someone around you that's triggered, and you're not sure, either you can speak your truth or they are being triggered and they need to speak their truth. This could actually come, they could speak to you from a lack mindset, or where they're getting triggered and you need the strength, so do they. But let's just get some more. I feel with the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups and the Horse card coming out as well, that you will be freed after this. You will be freed, and it will be a healing conversation, even though at the time it might feel like it's going to be boom. And you're feeling, yeah, so with the 4 of Cups and the 7 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, you really feel hurt and betrayed. You really feel left out. You really feel like you've been this lone wolf. You know you're the wolf, but you want the horse, you want the freedom, because you also want the dog. You want to be the 9 of Pentacles, you want the 10 of Cups, but you've been so betrayed and hurt. And the Empress, you want the nurturing, you want to be nurtured, and you want to be in line with your divine feminine nurturing energy. Taurus could be significant for you, Taurus or Libra in your energy. If this is about a person who wants to then come and confront you, who could be also, you know, this is about overcoming the real hurt and pain. And what's interesting, bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands, you know, finding your passion, finding your mojo again. And you're busy doing your creativity, which brings in Ace of Pentacles has come out again. Okay, so confirmation that is going to come out. You're at a situation where you're like, what do I do? Where do I go? And it might be because of this person that, or people that you feel are maybe not going to be accepting, or they're triggered by you, or you're triggered of your old version and trying to step into you, into the new you. There might be an emotional outburst expression with these cards, okay? And it could be just through their lack, thinking, you know, you've got it easy. But the Star card is, is coming to my mind actually, and it's saying that it's with the Queen of Wands, the Ten of Cups and the Empress, there's healing here for your divine feminine and trusting. The Four of Cups is also this other person that's kind of like not accepting and seeing delusionally what you're turning into, probably from lack, and they're just sat there contemplating, okay? So there's your energy and there's their energy. More cards for Aries, Leo, Sag. But if they will speak out, or you will speak out, Knight of Wands, there we go. You know, coming in with motivation, and that is gonna trigger them. King of Pentacles, ultimate abundance that you're going to be getting in. For some of you, this could be a divine counterpart that's coming in for you, and maybe they're seeing you from an element of the new version of you that you're trying to step into, but you've still got the old version where maybe things are not moving. You've got so many choices, but it's not what you've been trying to work on. And that has been very difficult for you because people can't see maybe what you've been through, and you're still trying to go forward. Yet you're still striving for, you know, the horse, the freedom. You know you're the wolf. You know you're regenerating. You know you're going through that. But there's going to be a help and a truth that's going to come through with the King of Swords, and it's going to help you. Fire signs, very interesting read. I don't know who this also, apart from your energy, who this Four of Cups is, but they're trying to sit and embrace, and that is their problem. And if they speak up, it might be a bit of an explosion, and you know, I'm feeling like someone's going to be a bit anxious about it, where you tend to either feel it, or you're anxious about actually speaking up your truth. If you have something to speak and deliver, because you're a bit, like I said, you're sick of some of the ways, something that's not going in the path or direction that you want to go, in terms of like the Ten of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles came through twice. You're having that breakthrough, and you also had, you know, the Queen of Wands, you had the King of Pentacles. I think there's going to be also a divine counterpart that comes in for you as well, or someone who's very stable and helps guide you along the way, or I'm getting sort of reassures you of your journey. King of Cups, okay, helps you, give you some emotional support. And I think that's what you've also been wanting for a very long time. So fire signs, I hope you enjoyed your part of the reading. If you're staying on, I'm going to check the next element. Stay on, and please do like and subscribe, and let's have a lovely day if you're not staying on. Bye for now. Hey there, air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, I hope you're well. So let's get into your energy, spiritual guidance, intuitive read for the next 2 weeks of like inner spiritual growth, healing, and all that. If you check the astrology, then perfect. If you haven't, I do recommend you check it. It's kind of like empowering our week. It's very helpful. So do have a check of that. Let me just have a sip of water. Do also check fire, earth, and water placements, okay? Because you get a complete and accurate picture, and you'll find one of them resonates more than the other for you. Interesting, I've been called to this deck to look at the bottom of the deck, renewal. So I think you're going through a renewal, and I think this is going to be really good for you in terms of feeling stable again, but stable in longevity, in the roots, you actually being stable in yourself, you finding home in yourself, security in yourself. impartiality. I feel like this is Libra energy, where you need to remain neutral on something. You need to remain neutral in a situation if something is coming through for you. I feel like also this is because, message for some of you, that you are actually going through a soul recognition. So it's time to really focus on you and not get sucked up in any drama or anything in between, because you need to focus on you and what you're going through, which is this renewal at this moment in time. With the renewal card, I feel like you're recognizing your worth, and that soul recognition is going to be coming through wisdom. This is about the soul recognition and realizing your worth and your truth as well. It's also connecting from your heart, taking it and shining your light. Look at the renewal. Shining your light, as well as heart energy. She's got the earth in her. She's got what she needs. It's her home. And she's also got the power to really step out. What was I going to say? It's not take action, but honoring herself. You've been through something that's made you really wise, and you know now where you need to be a bit more neutral in terms of certain aspects, whether it's about yourself or whether it's about other people, but connecting to your heart, taking it, not hiding no more, doing the renewal, shining, recognizing your worth, recognizing your soul. I feel with the renewal that you're probably going to be starting to do things that you enjoy more. You love things that you want to create. Reason I say that is self-worth came up, and I said you're seeing your self-worth, you're seeing your soul. There's a soul recognition, wisdom, renewal, wisdom, renewal, and self-worth and impartiality, despondence, okay? And we also got the trickery card. The trickery card is being true to yourself. It's being your authentic self. It's not trying to put a mask or be a trickster in terms of either gaining what you want or to actually manipulate is a strong word, but a decision or a direction that is favored in your outcome. And that's where you're learning to be a bit more impartial by stepping away from trickster energy. That could also be people around you, but I feel like it's also to do with yourself and the way you're going to be starting to operate in this new way and recognizing your self-worth. Okay, despondence, let's just look at this card because I know that it's connected. Again, it's funny I said about the earth in her and about taking action. It's definitely the earth is in her. You know, you're feeling more solid in yourself. You're learning to love yourself more, where maybe you felt a bit disconnected. Third eye coming through for you. But I'm also feeling a bit of throat chakra maybe. I mentioned about taking action when I saw the wisdom card, and I feel with the despondence, it is about taking action and being you on this new version of yourself, trusting your energy regardless of what's around you, expressing yourself and establishing the relationship with yourself. You might be feeling a bit stuck with the despondence card. And that's because you're not stepping into your true self. Some of you will be within the next 2 weeks. Some of you are not yet there, but this is your guidance, you know, trusting yourself, your energy, and really seeing your self-worth and self-recognition. Some of you with the trickery and partiality, you could be choosing to rebel against what other people want you to focus on. Let's look at despondence. Revelation, movement, encouragement. So it's definitely a change. It is definitely, you know, taking that action. Let's get into the tarot call to this deck for you. Split the card. The Hermit. The Hermit's done the introspection in terms of themselves and really know themselves. They're grounded. They also know that there's an enlightenment with the Hermit. They know that they needed to take this time out, or you need to take this time out to recognize who you are, your self-worth, and eliminate distractions, rebel against what people want, and focusing on you, you know, your energy. That silence, if you feel you need to take time out, is going to help you. There we go, Two of Wands, the fire energy, planning ahead and rebelling against what others want of you. The Emperor, taking leadership of your role, both very fiery energy. And, you know, there's a little bit of tying in with fire, actually. I would check the fire sign reading if you've not seen the fire one, because there's a crossover of the reading a little bit. You might resonate with it, and it might give you further insight as well. We've got the Five of Wands as well, and we've got the Hanged Man again. The Hanged Man, actually, where I said again, it was in the fire energy card. Hanged Man, sort of taking the time out and really just releasing the need to be. It's interesting because she's hanging, but she's also freeing herself. And the Five of Wands, you free yourself from the drama where you used to maybe get caught up into it, okay? Where you maybe used to get caught up in communication or trickster energy, either from other people. You're releasing the drama. You're no longer getting engaged in it, because you're going to choose to decide what makes you feel good. The Two of Wands and the Emperor. Page of Pentacles, where you feel maybe a little bit, you're going to feel maybe a little bit raw because it's something new, or like you're taking this direction a bit slow. But I think you're going to realize that you will choose, Seven of Pentacles, you're going to choose to work on something where you feel like it's needed, something that makes you feel good. Page of Swords, something that makes you feel renewed, like a young version of you, like a teen version of you, that's ready to express, that's ready to go after what they want in a very sort of earth kind of grounded way, you know. With the Two of Wands, you're looking at what action is needed. Two of Wands and the Emperor, what action is actually needed? So, some of you are actually making the plans, and it's around your stability, okay? What is needed for you to, the stability, abundance, whatever it is. Some of you got some kids around you, some of you probably have family home, or, you know, young energies around you. That's separate, but it's there. Choosing to make you feel good. What is making you feel good, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? Knight of Cups, absolutely. As I said, this is where you're going, and that's what's needed, is your progression to move into that direction, to leave the where you've been working, trying to work on something, and maybe you've not seen it fruitfully go forward. And the people that are around you that have maybe not helped you and wanted you to focus on, sort of pulling into what they want you to focus on, you're releasing that. The wheel tells you where you've had a down cycle, there's an up cycle coming in for you, and the universe has your back here. There's a new chapter as well with that. There's something about it that's speaking to me. Some of you could be traveling, but you're going to feel like this renewed sense of you. And you're going to actually feel a bit more on top of the world when you recognize yourself. I feel like you're also seeing through the veils with the impartiality and the trickster energy, the 5 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. You're actually seeing through the veils. Let me show you. Sometimes I just don't continue to show you, but you're seeing through the veils of BS and people that might have, you know, the veils of anything and people around you. You're seeing beyond the illusions and the perspective. You're planning, thinking, moving to see your path, see yourself clearly, you know, with the nine of Cups and the Lover's card. Being more in tune with your soul, you know, and the path and relationships that you want to commit to, your new consciousness, the way you see things in this new pair of eyes that you have. I did mention, I think, third eye, didn't I? You'll be choosing your lovers, choosing the people that you want, fully expressing yourself. If you're in a relationship, you might be looking at it and thinking, can this be fixed? King of Pentacles. Can this be fixed? Or am I feel like some of you are not necessarily happy in this relationship, but can it be fixed? If so, I'm going to talk about it to break it through so that it's more aligned with what I want. And if not, you're probably going to recognize it might not be for you, because you've gone through a growth and a soul recognition. But it's you that's making that decision and seeing it. It's not the other person. You're healing here. And you're moving away from restricted energies of your emotions and not expressing yourself. Beautiful air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Really stepping into yourself. So Six of Pentacles. Choosing something that's balanced to what you want. What recognizes you, what gives back to you, what feeds your heart, taking your heart, not hiding yourself anymore. So I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I hope you have a lovely day. If you did, please do like and subscribe. Let me know that you've enjoyed this reading. Stay on for the next element to check your next element. But if you're going to do that at a later time, then have a lovely day, and I will see you in the other elements or in your next reading, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and bye for now. Hey there, Earth signs. Welcome to your spiritual guidance, intuitive energy theme for the next 2 weeks. If you've checked the weekly astrology and you're joining from that and the rest of the elemental readings, great. If not, please do check your top placements of these readings as well, because it's very useful. You'll find that one might resonate more than the other, and these are timeless, so you can revisit them at any point of time. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, what do we have, please, Spirit, for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? Hope you're all doing well. So we've got the crown chakra, okay, and we have the doors to spirit. I mean, major ascension, major breakthrough, awakening. Really embracing. You might be taking some time out here. I feel like you are having, some of you might be suffering from headaches. You're having like an ascension, but I feel like you can, spirit is connecting with you. Let's get more cards. I mean, those two cards to fall out of the whole 78 deck. Is it 78 or is it 54? Let me just check. Directly, you know, connected to your crown chakra, downloads. Indecision here. Caring connections. Okay, so I feel some of you are firstly a bit frightened about maybe some of the breakthroughs that you're actually getting, you know. There's something about that's making you really question who you are and sort of the downloads you're getting. And I feel within this there's a lack of emotional security and safety. And I believe this is saying you need to really connect to yourself and your divine self. Listen to what's coming through for you, because you are guided and given strength. This could be around trust. It could be around trusting yourself or trusting other people or relationships. I think it's to do with an old part of yourself, healer of all ages. This is just... So there's healing going on for you, okay? There's a healing, and I think because of these cards, you're actually feeling this. But you're kind of torn in the lack of emotional security and safety that you've not felt. But there's endings here. There's something new about this. Walking away. You need to walk away, whether it's, and look, trust again. Trust yourself or trust divine connections that are going to be coming in for you. 4 and 5 is a 9, and it's an ending where you are at a completion. Let's pull you some tarot earth signs. You're definitely walking away. If you're not already, you will be finding the strength to walk away from whatever's, maybe it's an old programming that you've had. Ace of Pentacles, Empress, and the Star, healing again. This could be childhood. It could be around your, it could be also a mother wound, a divine feminine mother wound. But I feel also for some of you, there's something about embracing your divine feminine energy. your divine feminine energy, where there's going to be someone who comes in who or you're going to be embracing someone else's divine feminine energy where you're in a very high masculine energy, and there's going to be kind of a dance of these energies. You've just been through something, okay, that you're going to be walking away from. And I feel that that sent you off into an imbalancement of your divine feminine energy. And that is coming back into balance. And you're going to realize that you can actually be abundant and be yourself and trust and heal, get your wish fulfillment by recognizing who you are and you are getting signs, not only healing by spirit, but you're getting downloads. Your crown chakra is quite heavy. I think you're not ready for this, and that's what's making you feel indecisive and a bit frightened of what you're actually starting, the downloads you're getting. And you're being called to connect to yourself and spirit and to be in an intuitive place for these downloads and the healing that's coming through. Because you have to be ready for what it is. You need to be ready for this person or this new self of yours. And you can't be with someone or really step forward if you don't trust yourself or don't trust the person. And if you don't trust yourself, you can't trust other people. And like I said, this could go back to childhood. It could be to do with motherly wounds. Virgo, you're here, you know, connecting to yourself, connecting to source, like I said, and having the strength to do so. It could be around false programming of like self or others. It could be around past experiences. Seven of Swords, where you've really had to defend yourself, but you know there's been deceits and lies. There's been false programming on things. Whatever you've been through recently, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, it could also be karmic, a big betrayal, something that's really left you hurt, left you like you can't get back up. But there's a new dawn after this, and there's a healing that you're going through. It could be a karmic tie, it could be from childhood. Something really changes big time, and there's going to be a big three of Swords, where you know it's really caused you a lot of grief and heartache, but there's ending here. And there's new beginnings with the Star card, and also the Healer of all ages. And we had another one, didn't we? Walking away, the end of a chapter, big changes. And you're not being this person anymore that you have been. And that's what you're going to be releasing. You're not going to be staying the same. Four of Cups. Not satisfied where you are. The clarity is going to come through to you. And the breakthrough. A new version of yourself. Passion, listening to your gut, connecting to source and your inner self for this new chapter, the Fool. So I'm not sure what it is, earth signs, but I mean, it's around any of those, and it could be, like I said, about a person, but until you trust yourself, or, you know, end this version of yourself, whatever you've recently been through, you're not going to be able to trust other people. So, interesting read, Earth sign, okay. Big breakthrough. Big breakthroughs. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please do like, subscribe. Remember to revisit it. It's valid. It's actually timeless, but I cover them every 2 weeks, so you can check back in. But I would also check the other ones as well. I'm thinking to do a playlist for them because they are timeless, and they're guidance as well for you. So take care, and if you're staying on to check another element, then I will see you in that video. Bye for now. Hey there, water signs. Welcome to your intuitive read, spiritual healing and guidance for the next 2 weeks. This is timeless as well. We're always growing. We're always healing. If you're called to check the other elements, then do so. I do always recommend that. I think we can take away from all elements, and I find that different weeks of when we check this, depending on our energies and the themes out there, different elements can resonate to us because different signs are strongest throughout the week. If you've not checked this week's astrology or tuned in for the earlier part of this video as well, please do so, because it also ties everything up together for you. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, what do we have for you? We've got a card that's flipped in that way. Interesting. You've got the Angel of Balance, the Angel of Love and Community. Okay, so there is definitely here a need for you to balance. The number 4 is going to be very significant for you. There's a need for you to balance an element within yourself, not only within your life. And I'm getting called to the Scorpio read recently that I did, that's called Abundance Comes in Different Forms, including Loving People. And this is what I'm feeling with this. Broken heart. There's something new that's coming in for you, and you might be feeling a bit uncomfortable with it, but it's going to be the door to your healing and happiness. I feel like you have been through something that's really caused you to mask your true authentic self, like put on a cloak that's not you and operate from wearing that mask or cloak. Have you ever seen the memes that are like, you go, you know, people that just, I think it's a while ago where, you know, a cartoon character will get the suit of their corporate out and then just put it on and they look totally different. And when they come back, they just take it off and they're totally different. That's what you've done to do to something. And something foreign is making you feel uncomfortable. Seventh chakra, Uriel. Crown chakra. There's definitely a moving beyond this. Bringing in balance, love, new people, and there's a door to healing and happiness. This could be around your thoughts. I was thinking, is it also around possibly a career? Yeah, some of you it's around a career change where you're moving into something that you feel like you're getting pulled into, like this. Three and 4, 7, having the confidence. Pulled into it. It looks so beautiful, but you're frightened. You're having crown chakra downloads as well. Earth sign had crown chakra present, but also connecting with their intuition. The third eye was coming through as well in the earth sign. So if you resonate with that, or if you've got top earth placements. But this new thing is really going to be speaking to you, because this is an old version of yourself, and that is not an old version. It's a mask you put on, and it's actually been hurting you because you felt like you've not been able to be your true authentic self, and that has, maybe there's been rejection around that, but this is going to be your healing, and you're gonna, it might feel a bit raw for you. Indecision, like you want it, but you kind of like, I'm a bit frightened. It really speaks to you though. It's really pulling you in, and it's actually going to be perfect for you, but you're scared. So you're like striving for it and stuff like that, but then as things are coming in, you're kind of like, whoa, what's happening? This looks so good. And look, I'm quite anxious, right? It looks so good, what's happening? And you're kind of like, I'm frightened to go for this, but it's calling to me. And you're going to feel recognized by people, by yourself, and honoring who you truly are, where you were once maybe felt rejected, broken, trying to be a certain part of you that's not you. Old parts of you are coming off. Death and rebirth, as I said, old parts of you are coming off. Scorpio card. Old parts of you coming off and releasing. Oh look, he's also got a cloak on. How interesting is that? And inside is this new, is actually a different person. Look. And there's the cloak. What I was saying. You're releasing this costume. You're stepping out into you. Some of you, it's definitely around a career change. And I feel like this is where, in, again, decision, Two of Pentacles, and yeah, around your finances, career stability. But it's really making the choice where you feel like, no, you need to let go of the old parts of you, because you just feel a bit raw. And I think it's about unspoken, as I say, that unspoken, Queen of Swords, unspoken pain. Anyway, you know, where you've put this costume on, maybe as a child you went through something, you were not allowed to express yourself, or be silly, or let your hair down, you know, maybe there was a bit of a very strict household, or explore your true creativity. Maybe some of you were asked to, you know, go into maybe legal or civil government, and now you're kind of like, you want to step into a new creativity, and you're like, oh, I'm scared, but there's the door to healing and happiness is calling you in, and you're having activations as well around the crown chakra. Like you have come across as with this cloak that you have it all figured out and divine planned and you're all together, but actually you can't continue from that. There's a death and there's a rebirth for you. With the community card, this one, it's the people, the resources, the network, the support, everything coming together for you. And really also honoring who you truly are, which you're frightened to do. Empress. Stepping in to your divine feminine, recognizing your soul, recognizing yourself, Hierophant, letting go of where it might have been around family beliefs, dynamics. Like some of you, like I said, you maybe went into a career and you're like, I've got it all together, I've got the perfect career, but now you're like questioning certain stuff which you've got. I don't want to just say an offer, you could have an offer, there's something, there's an opportunity there for you that really speaks to you, pulling at you, and you're a bit frightened of it. Nine of Swords, it's causing you a bit of anxiety, but it's actually your Ten of Pentacles. So that's what I have for you, water signs. It's a beautiful reading, actually. You need to, it's a death or rebirth. It's releasing an old part of you. However this spoke to you, for some of you, it could be also, I'm getting for some of you, it could even be a relationship that you've been in, a marriage that you've been in, that, it's been seen to be this perfect marriage, but you're no longer resonating. It's definitely something that's not, it's not like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym and change an old part of me. This is big. But as you can see, it leads to the Angel of Love, Angel of Balance, Ten of Pentacles. And I was told to look at the bottom of the deck, man holding a heart, connected with your heart, whether you're divine, feminine or masculine. Just a side note, if this was a standard tarot reading, with the cards we had and this card, I would say that you're very fertile at this moment in time. If you're not looking to get pregnant, just be careful around that. But we're talking intuitive read of spiritual guidance and energy healing and guidance for your weeks and days and inner growth, spiritual healing. So yeah, you're connecting to yourself. This is going to be very abundant for you, whatever you're getting called into. So water signs, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like and subscribe. Like mentioned, check the other elements. If you've seen the beginning of the weekly astrology, perfect. Check your other reads as well. Do like, subscribe. The description box always outlines all my services or the ways to contact me and donate as well. Take care, and I will see you in your next reads. Bye for now.